Hey John. John. It's all wrong. Unload the truck and do it again.
I can't hear you.
I said it's all wrong. You have to unload the truck and do it again.
All right. Wait till we get finished, kid.
I'm just making up video, Joanne. I don't have anything for Sunday, so I'm just walking around taking pictures.
Okay, we're just busy.
You're just busy, yeah. Okay, thanks. Our warehouse is getting pretty full. As near as I can figure, we still have 6 or 8 loads of honey to come in before winter. Mainly from Michigan and Wisconsin, a little bit from New York State. We're packed to the back wall already, but we'll figure out a place to put it. Starting to fill up the old barn at my house too with barrels of honey. No problem there. We are getting deeper and deeper into bee supplies and shipping things. We're shipping more and more honey and bee supplies out every day. Katie's over there shipping stuff UPS out today. Glad to see that part of the business growing. It is another iron in the fire, but the retail trade is another way of diversifying our income. What's the good news, Katie?
Oh, we're shipping some packages today.
UPS, huh?
UPS. Our favorite for big stuff.
Packing her up, getting ready to go to the show.
Yeah, we just got another trailer. Bought this 20-foot box trailer. And we're going to use this for going to meetings and shows. Clint is loading it up for the Tennessee Bees Expo coming up this weekend. So Clint and Joanne are going to put the booth together and
Make a lot of money.
make a lot of money, we hope. Well, it just rained 3 1/4 inches overnight last night. I'm glad to see it. We were ready for a little rain. It was just drying up a little bit. Still got a few puddles around. We were going to go out beekeeping today, but it was still sopping wet and raining a bit this morning, so we canceled that out. And John and Selena are down in the lower building doing at-home projects. I'm wander down there and see what they're up to. So the place is a bit of a mess right now. Seems like we spend all winter getting everything perfect and all summer trashing it. Okay, looks like we're cleaning up feeders. Division board feeders, we just call them frame feeders, but the technical term for it is division board. And we're cleaning them up. Once a year we try to bring in all the feeders and overhaul them. Scrape down the wax and the propolis off the tubes and the wood. These are called cap and ladder feeders from Man Lake. Some of them are 10 years old, some of them are just a few years old. We scrape them down, we kind of clean up all the grooves and the edges and put new rubber bands on them. The bees can tend to propolis up these tubes too when they're in the colonies and not actually being filled with syrup. So it's not hard to address that. You just take the tube and kind of squeeze it and you can get all the propolis and wax out of it. Occasionally we have to replace the tubes, but not often. We just kind of overhaul them. Use a nice stiff. These are actually O-rings that are being used as rubber bands. Pretty stiff O-ring. This little workbench here is filling up with wax down there from everything we scraped off. So how many more you got to go, Selena?
We just have those 2 pallets left over there.
That's it? Okay, you almost got it then. We have a lot of feeders, probably more than we need. At one time I had enough of these feeders to go in almost 3,000 colonies, and now we're down around 1,000 colonies, and although we've sold some with bees, we still got a lot of extras. They're not actually for sale. I have somebody that's going to take our extras this fall. So I think we might do something a little different this winter. We actually might put one of these feeders in every colony, just in preparation for next spring actually. It's a little too soon for that. Our bees are still pretty full of bees actually, single-story colonies, but later on in September when it's time to feed, everybody might get one of these feeders. Little update on our observation hive. This thing's changing fast. They've got a little bit of brood going on down in this bottom frame. At one point they'd plugged on down to having a brood area of only the size of a softball, so they got quite full of honey. And because of that, they are shrinking fast. All the bees that were in here 3 or 4 weeks ago are slowly dying off, and because of that small brood area, they're not being replenished at the same rate they're passing away. So it's shrinking. And that was what I expected. In fact, all my colonies are starting to do that. So before long, this observation hive is just going to be a couple of frames of bees. Hope they'll make it through winter. We'll see. Go ahead.
I can't get the clippers to work. I close them and they lock.
They're beautiful. I had not grown zinnias before, but I think next year we'll do even better with them. We used to grow sunflowers in this spot, and we had a lot of issues with the crows eating our sunflower sprouts, and I think I'm done with sunflowers. We got too many crows around here. They didn't touch the zinnia sprouts, so I think this will be zinnias next year in an even bigger way. These will work crepe myrtles if they're the right color. This is kind of a dark burgundy red color, and they're working the heck out of this one. And I know I've seen them working white ones too. I've also looked closely at some kind of pink lavender types and not seen bees on those, so I don't know that they work all colors, but they definitely do white and red. And we've got a bee yard about a quarter mile from this one, and they are definitely working the heck out of it. So that is making us move that. Not a real large yard of bees, but we got plenty of bees in them. They're good condition. I want them to stay that way. That's a field of sweet corn, and it goes all the way back behind the bees here for a long way. I don't know how many acres it is, but it is just barely starting to tassel. There's no other pollen sources right now for the next few weeks, and the bees will cover that up. And it is successive planting, so they will be spraying that for a while. I was told possibly as much as a month, so need to get out of here. I think John's getting the smoker ready. You're a smoking man, John.
I was afraid I might smoke out the video.
That's all right. What's a little smoke in a beekeeping video, right? All good. Got another yard to move tomorrow evening. It's sitting next to a squash field, of all things.